It's often said that it's easier to be something if you can imagine yourself in that position.
Our heroes show us the path to our heart's desire.
It's interesting thinking about the role model things. Where I grew up, I realized that I didn't have any role models, or many that were fantastic for me to be around. But having a negative role model, so someone that you know that you definitely don't want to be like, I actually think is maybe just as useful.
When you and Bill Gates had a television show some time ago, you were asked about the people who had different role models, and you said, well, if I know a person's role model, I can pretty well tell what kind of a person he is and what kind of a future he has. Mr. Buffett, my role model is Warren Buffett. You think I have a chance? Why?
Hello. Do you need a role model that looks like you? Does representation matter? Let's explore this topic together. Now, what is the point of a role model? A role model is someone you look up to. It's someone that embodies all the characteristics you think you should have. And in actuality, by definition, a role model could be anyone. It could be the CEO of Morgan Stanley, it could be Kanye West, or it could be Joe Rogan. But the question at hand is, does the absence of role models that look like you hinder you from achieving your goal? And technically, no, it doesn't.
You need someone who looks exactly like you to do something you want to do, but no one has done it before you. Then you would never do anything new.
But I'm not going to speak technically for once. When I was having this discussion years back with my friends at uni, I was hell-bent on the fact that number one, you don't need a role model. And number two, you don't need a role model that looks like you, and representation doesn't matter. I was hell-bent on that fact because logically, for me, it was, I know what success looks like. It doesn't differ based on how you look. And also, I know what I need to do to achieve success. So I have the goal, I have the plan, let's work. But we as humans also have the mindset and the psyche. I need to realize and I recognize the fact that not everyone can operate as a robot. We're not robots. And at that time, what I wasn't accounting for was the mindset and the psyche of people. People growing up in the UK, most of the role models they looked up to were footballers, musicians. There were very few in corporate. And to them, for that reason, it was ingrained in their psyche that it wasn't possible. I wasn't realizing that I was making this comment based on my own upbringing. Growing up in Lagos, growing up in Nigeria, the people that succeed look like you, and the people that fail look like you. To me, success was never a thing where I didn't think was achievable if you didn't work hard, because everyone looks the same. We all do. So I never for one moment didn't think I couldn't achieve success if I wanted to. So when I came to this country that's multicultural, my opinion was very polarizing. And now, 4 years later, I get it. People do need to see role models that look like them. It just gives them that extra boost to feel like they can make it themselves. And this doesn't have to be explained logically. It's just a psyche thing. It's just something that exists in our subconscious that we believe that if we don't see ourselves in that room, if we don't see ourselves in that position, then we don't think it's possible. Now, the next question to tackle is, how do you see your role models? A lot of times people put their role models in such God level status. They believe that they can do no wrong. And honestly, role models are just people like you and me. They do wrong, they do good, and you don't need to have one role model. This obsession with putting role models in God level status is because you're trying to find everything in one person. I have different role models. My dad is one, Simeon Panda is one, Obi Vincent is one, Daniel Simmons is one. You can have more than one because you're trying to embody a characteristics from every single one of them. So don't feel the need and don't put the pressure on yourself to find this one perfect being that you should try and be like. But yeah, that was just a short rant or short discussion. I might do more of these where I more or less explore different topics on my mind. If you like this, subscribe, like the video. I want to know what you think about the topic as well in the comments. Do you need a role model that looks like you? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.